FM, let the music play. Court FM, let the music play.
Good evening. It is, of course, on Wednesday. My name is Likian Eli. As always, you know, on Wednesday, it's all about having the social room conversation. Na niliwaambia, this time, mutafute Lufthansa. Tafuteni Lufthansa. Ukishapata Lufthansa, tafuta tikiti. Ukishapata tikiti, tafuta kitu inaitwa Anko Maju pale ndani ya TikTok. Ingia haraka sana ndani. And then while at it, cross smoothly. Head on to YouTube if you want to watch my guests of the night. Because they are here, they are ready, they are telling me we will be sailing through and saying Guten Abend. Umesikia kitu nimesema? Ama nimekosa? Mwalimu ameniambia, Uncle Tulia, we still have a lot to learn. And I told him, Mwalimu, don't joke with me. Before you became, I was. And he told me, don't worry. I want you to become, because at the point we are getting to, the global market is opening up. And the only way you can open to the reality of the global market, it's by you becoming one of them. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the German language. And this is not just a language. This is a language that unaongea, unatumia sauti mzito. Okay? You have to know some sounds like shh. Those are the sounds. So kama wewe ni mtu ambaye uko na hasira, we can't talk to you. If you do not like, for example, if you do not like to speak with calmness, you are not part of our student. But we will be recruiting you tonight. Because, ladies and gentlemen, last week I told you about a project that is currently happening in a very interesting side called Kitengela. Have you been to Kitengela? Watu wa Kitengela ni mkono juu? Mjui? Alright, watu ambao mmezoea SGR, mnapanda SGR, unafika Syokimau, unateremka nyuma. You start going behind in front, and then you get to a very interesting area called Kitengela. By the way, for those of you who do not know, Court FM is located in Machakos County. And where is Kitengela? Niendelee ama nimalizie? And that's why tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the social room, we'll be discussing matters, the German language from A1 to C2, opening your doors to global success. And none other than the founder and co-founder of Hoffman, wacha niseme vizuri, inaitwa Hoffman German Language Training Institute. And to start us off, sasa umesema si tuko Kajiado. Si pole bas. Nimekosea. People are correcting me. People are telling me, Uncle, you are getting it wrong. Wacha tuacha hapo. Edit. Kitengela si Kajiado. Watu wa Kajiado County inua mkono juu. Nimenunua uko kwa shamba. Alright? So kama uko na shamba Kitengela, kama uko na maoni ya kwenda ngambo, because Jomo Kenyatta Airport is just a few kilometers away from Kitengela. You know, even when you arrive, within 10-15 minutes you are in Kitengela, depending on the car you are driving. But because you love cars and German machines, you must be able to talk like one German machine. And that's why my guest of the night is none other than the founders and co-founder of Hoffman German Language Training Institute. That is Hoffman German Language Training Institute. And to start us off, ladies first, ladies and gentlemen, is on stage one and only Aruthi Nyamindete. Aruthi Nyamindete, good evening to you. How are you doing?
Hello, Eli. Thank you very much for having me.
You had this calm, and the way I was thinking you'll come smiling because you are in yellow, and yellow is the colors not of Kajiado but of Machakos. But since those two are relatives, it's all right. How are you doing?
Actually, the Maasais in Kajiado County, they dress colorfully, and we have spring over here, and I also dress colorfully here. I represent home very well. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here.
To be here tonight.
I'm happy you are also tuned in and decided to become also one of our speakers. So for those of you who want to know more about Aruthi, I'll be telling you who she is, and definitely she will have the honors to fully introduce herself. But also crossing over, this is not just a lady's space. You know, we are gentlemen, and gentlemen always prepare. Sasa watu mnatafuta visa hivi, you might just get yourself visa, all right? But first of all, you have to speak to Mwalimu. And joining me on set is Mwalimu, none other than Willy Hoffman. And Willy, how are you doing, sir? Good evening to you. Great to have you here. Talk to me.
Yes, good evening and guten Abend, Habaria Gioni. Thank you for being here.
Hey, you are overdoing. Habari ya jioni. Mzuri sana.
Yes, thank you for being here. Yes, I'm glad for the opportunity also. And I'm also happy to be here in Kenya, in Kajiado County. And I hope then we have a nice evening together.
Definitely.
Island Swahili.
Definitely.
I hope you can learn German.
You guys, you know what to do right now. I want you to get into that chat section. Start sending in your questions, because if you are a starter that is at A1 level, we'll be telling you more about what A1 is all about. But for now, you have questions concerning the German language. It's when you want to begin sending them right now. And on top of that, you never know. I can just be in a good mood and decide, nenda kulipia school fees quarter. Hiyo ingine utajilipia. You never know. You never know. You think I'm just here in Opotoibo doing nothing. Anyway, back to what brought us here. The Hoffman German Language Training Institute is co-founded by these two. And I want to start with you, Aruthi, before I go to the gentleman that is joining us on set, and that is Willy Hoffman. So, Aruthi, what is this thing all about, and where did the idea come from? Because clearly, for a woman who has not seen anything except JKIA, why are you talking to us about German?
So, Eli, thank you again for having me on air. I am actually logging in from Germany. And since I've been living in Germany for the past 7 years, and I come from Kenya, and I have seen the immigration process going on all over the years. We saw, together with Willy Hoffman and also other people in the background, Edna Atieno, for example, we saw the need for the German skills to our Kenyan people. In the last years, there have been a lot of people immigrating to Germany for study or for work, for such reasons. Some are joining their families over here, and German skill is, you cannot run away from that. It's really needed. And since there are a lot of Kenyans, the demand in Kenya is so high, we decided to open a school in Kenya that empowers the Kenyan students with quality language. I'll say it so, quality language. Since our teachers have the experience from Germany, our teachers are qualified from Germany. And so we decided to help Kenyans improve their language skill. Exactly, and that's how we came up with Hoffman German Language Training Institute. Yes.
Interesting, and thank you very much, Aruthi. I'll be coming back to you in a few. You know, today we are doing this very virtually, and I would love to invite our teacher. By the way, he is the teacher, anaitwa Teacher Willy. Kwanzia leo tunamwita mwalimu wetu teacher, anafanya vizuri good. Do you know what I said, mwalimu? Oh, Mwalimu, I had decided not to have you here, but now I have you. Go ahead, Mwalimu. Yes.
No, I didn't understand what you were saying. I'm still learning Kidogo Swahili, Pole, and that's why I think you have to say it again in English, please.
Okay, I will say it in my German. What do you call teacher in German?
Data.
A teacher is called data.
No, a teacher is Lehrer.
Lehrer. All right. Yeah. Now, I want you to make it lyrical, okay? So, this is what you repeat. Mwalimu is Lehrer, okay? So, say, Mwalimu wetu teacher.
Mwalimu wetu teacher.
All right. Lehrer, it's Mwalimu, all right? So when I said
All right.
mwalimu, you repeat lehrer. Okay? Wetu is it's
Okay.
hours. Hour.
Hmm?
So how do you say hour in German?
Unser.
Okay. Lehrer, unser Lehrer.
Lehrer und mwalimu wetu mwalimu.
Now you say it in German because we are learning. All right? You are instructing us. All right?
Yes.
Yes. Repeat after
Lehrer,
me.
Lehrer, unser Lehrer.
Anafanya vizuri good. Is doing very well.
Uns geht es sehr gut.
Do you remember those words? Lehrer, unser Lehrer. Anafanya is doing. No. You have to help me. I'm a very slow student.
Unser Lehrer, uns geht es gut.
Uns hätte gut. Did I get somewhere close to A1?
Yes, you're getting close to A1. That's
All right.
good already.
All right. Now we've taught you how to teach German with a song. It's called a singing game, okay? So this singing game is used to teach children like me how to learn your hard language. So, teacher, where to teacher? Which students are you targeting and who are you?
We're targeting adult students who want to go in the academical field, who want to study in Germany, also who want to start an Ausbildung, that's an apprenticeship in Germany, and also full professionals like nurses who want to stay in their career and now go for labor to Germany. So all fields of all backgrounds.
Interesting, and I'm happy you are targeting almost everyone in this. So, from my experience of these international languages that you and your friends speak, when we say Ishlebidish, lakini I cannot tell you that, right? I cannot tell you that, can I?
You can tell me.
Okay, Ishlebidish mwalimu Lehrer. Who you say there's A1 and then there is C2. That is the beginner's level. So, who can start with A1 and what does it entail?
So A1, the full A level, A1 and A2, is the communication you need for the daily communication, like going to the supermarket, buy food, going to a restaurant, order food, or going for a holiday trip, something like this, that you can talk in a private environment. The B level is now what is already enough for the working environment to have basically every job. A nurse is going with a B2 level, and the C level is now when you want to go to the higher academic fields like studying the German language by yourself, literature, and working for newspaper, also a lot of doctors, teachers. When you want to go as a mualimu by yourself to Germany, then it's all very often helpful to have a C level in the language check.
All right, now that you've made those things clear for us, and I know probably someone here has a question or two, we will come to your questions later on. Let's stick with the students that you are targeting currently. You have come up with a very interesting institution that you call the Hoffman German Language Training Institution. Where is it located and who should come in? Of course, you've talked about from the A1, basic communication day to day. But are these people who just want to go to German, or is it for pleasure and leisure?
So, first question, we are in the center of Kitengela, close to Kitengela Mall at the big Matatu station, just 5 minutes walk from there on the main road, the Namanga Road, in the party house. And most students start really from afresh with us in an A1 level. And a few of them are just learning German for now without just for fun, but most students are really there with a goal already. They want to go as nurses, want to start study in Germany and start a bachelor or master degree. And we even have 2 drivers and a plumber who wants to go to Germany. So the full range of students of mostly young people, but even older people above 30 years old. Yes.
Right. So now you hear that, and I was just about to say this Lerar looks like Mzungu Mwito, because you know Kitengela inside out. Are you Mzungu Mwito by any chance? I'll come to that. I'll teach you what Mzungu Mwito is before we have our basic conversations in German. By the way, today we are going full swing, free lesson, paid fully by Court FM. Let me cross over to my other guest who is joining in, who decided that she wanted to travel outside of this country to go and make a lot of money. And you are telling your relatives you're suffering. Please tell them the truth. Tell them you are rich. Aruthi,
Yes.
tell them you have money.
Actually, what I will tell Kenyans out there or any other person who is listening is that here where we are, there are opportunities. There are lots of opportunities, especially in Germany. Right now, Germany is experiencing labor shortage, and if you look at the German demographic,
Yeah.
sometimes I confuse these two languages.
Just say it's the German in me. You know, guys, it's the German in me.
So if you look at the German population, it's like a pyramid. So the older people are the many, and the younger people are the less ones. And so year by year, there's labor shortage, and that's why Germany needs a lot of people or a lot of immigrants from outside to join into the job market. Yeah, it is important for the German economy, and so I tell people, please take advantage of that now, because all over the world, so many countries are looking into Germany, and people are learning the language and want to come to Germany. So the only thing that I feel like a lot of times it scares people out there, and I would like to encourage people, please don't get scared, is the language. That's why a lot of people opt to go to other different countries where they speak English and avoid or shy off from Germany. But in real sense, if you look at, many people are going to the other countries. That means Germany is having more opportunities which people are not ready to take. So please grab the opportunity, go learn this language. And that's why we decided to come into the market and offer you this language, and also offer you professionals from Germany,
Yeah.
whom you can practice the listening part, and that can help you in your exam. So take an advantage of that, enroll for the German classes, and come take these opportunities. I will tell you for free. A lot of us, we are out here and we don't go back. We keep complaining how hard it is,
Oh, so
and
you
but
are
we are
just
still
trying
here.
to
Yeah,
persuade us that this life is difficult, but euro is doing very well. But talk to me about your first experience with this language. What were the biggest fears you had? And did you just arrive in German and you were speaking fluently, or where did your journey start?
So my journey in speaking German started in Kenya, and I had foreseen that I'll be moving to Germany, and so prior preparations were really important. I was also moving with my kids, so I tried to prepare my kids. They did kids course, kids German course in Nairobi. By the way, now that I'm speaking about kids course, we also offer kids course at Hoffman German Language Training Institute for the weekend and holidays, holiday times. So back to my topic. So I decided to learn German in Kenya so that it's easier for me with the movement and integration. So when I came over here, the challenge I found back then is that some of my teachers, they had really deep accent. You get a teacher who is from, I'd say a Kisii teacher, and has that hard accent. So some words were like, oh, I heard this being pronounced differently, and now I'm in Germany, so what is this? So, and that is a big advantage that we have in our school, that you're taught by native speaker. It's a very big advantage. So when I came here, I took a little bit time to integrate because of the differences of accent and things like that. But there was no any other thing left for me than learning the language, because I really wanted to integrate into the society. Actually, I wanted to study in German, sorry. I wanted to do what the Germans do. at the end of the day. I wanted to understand the law. I wanted to understand the culture, and I just had to learn the language. But I would say it has been an interesting journey so far. And for anybody who is a beginner or is continuing to learn German, you really can do this as long as you put the motivation is there and the will to learn is there. You really can do this, and I can testify that today I study in German. Yes.
So, Aruthi, you are talking about studying in German, and I'm here thinking, the first thing I did when I landed in a foreign country was to find out where was the nearest toilet. How do you say I want to go to the toilet because it's about to take a pause?
So if you want to go to the toilet, you can use two words to express the toilet. For example, die Toilette or das Klo. So you can say, ich möchte aufs Klo gehen oder ich möchte auf die Toilette gehen. Ja, entweder aufs Klo oder auf die Toilette.
You know why I ask
It
these
depends.
questions? Do you know why I ask these questions? Because
Why?
when I was
Let me
young,
know.
in my formative stage of learning, there was language barrier. So in English, you say, "Please, teacher, may I go to the toilet?" Now, I had a friend, his name was called Albert Shabula. Albert Shabula could not express himself in English. And that day was the day of giving disc. And I'm coming to Mwalimu because wako na hiyo mchezo sana. So they give you a disc if you speak in your mother tongue. The only language around there was your mother tongue. Forget about this German mother tongue that you say our instructor will be using in today's illustration. So what did Albert Shabula do? Albert Shabula stood and said, "Teacher, may I go to the toilet? Can we take a break?"
Court FM. Let the music play.
Definitely, it is, of course, on this very interesting Wednesday night, and we are talking to interesting guests. We are all about the Hoffman German Language Training Institute. And by the way, in case you haven't seen or heard about them, usijali sana, we'll give you details on every way possible. You can be able to get in touch with them. And people are already busting out saying, "Mambo ya disc. You think I give fake stories? Mimi sijawahi kuwa fake prophet. I've never. And there's a question that is coming in from Lizzie, who is asking about your certificates, but I think we'll come to that in a few minutes from now. And for those of you who are also tuned in on our YouTube channel, let me just find out who are the big G's here, because I see quite a number of participants. Princess Sola, who says, "What are the best house building to do in Kenya for one to get a visa easily? One of the best one is to get a husband." No, I'm kidding. Start with German language. All right. John Jackton, who says, "John Obengo, mi nilipie tu hiyo school fees quarter nijijazilie ingine. How long does it take to learn the language?" And I think this is a very basic but important question. And that's why we have a very interesting set of speakers to talk to us about these questions that you are raising. Continue sending them. And if you love to send us those questions through a voice note, do that by simply dialing in +254 714 308 277. Again, +254 714 308 277. Please do not exceed more than a minute. Ask your question. Usiseme hata huyo namjua. We used to go in the same area. You can keep your relationship. Today we are keeping relationship of language. Back to the story of Albert Shabula and Mother Disc, because I'm joined here on set with none other than Aruthi Nyamindete and our guest, who is Mwalimu teacher. Now, these two are going to give us an illustration of a simple or basic language the moment you meet with a stranger. I know you guys do not foresee this coming, but we must test you before we give you our money. You know, there's a school you go, you give them money, and then they say teacher is sick. Now we want to see if teacher and student will actually illustrate to us how this function. Our first assignment now is for the two of you to actually have a short conversation that will not last 1 minute, but we want to find out who you are and what you do or which country you come from without translating. Please, Mwalimu, now prove you are a real teacher. The floor is yours. If you want to foil, you fail. We will just be here laughing out aloud because It's what we are about to do. Mwalimu and mwanafunzi, the stage is yours. Go ahead.
Hello, Willy. Hello, mwalimu. Hello, Willy.
Mwalimu, your
Hello,
microphone
mwalimu.
is off. You see, Mwalimu wants to take our money. Mwalimu, your microphone is off. You see, Mwalimu wants to take our money. Mwalimu, your microphone is off. Aya, Mwalimu, can you hear us? Oh, okay. I think you just have to look into that, and in the meantime, maybe change your current input so that you maybe Mwalimu forgot to charge his battery. Battery of Mwalimu went. You know, this is how they take our school fees. I can see you doing. Aruthi.
Yes.
Yes, you see, Mwalimu is arranging the schemes of work. As he does that, I want you to tell me something about yourself and the discovery journey of the beauty of the foreign language. Has it given you an added advantage over your other migrants who are coming to Europe, specifically to German, to study? Because I know families and people who've moved and they only say, yo lugha ni ya wazungu sielewangi. Attitude. Talk to me about attitude and language.
So
Okay.
actually,
Oh, Mwalimu has come. Please put a pin on that. Let's find out if Mwalimu wants to eat our school fees. Mwalimu, you can hear us, right?
I can hear you, yes.
All right. So as Mwalimu is back, I hope you got my instructions, because as a good teacher, you are able to give instructions. So you are going to hold that conversation. You have 1 minute to have it, and we don't want translation. We want translation after. All you want to do is follow and try understand. And students who are watching on TikTok, you cannot see the mouth movement. Don't worry. The video recording is available on YouTube. You'll be able to watch this later. But for now, I want you to listen and tell me if you're able to understand. On set, we have teacher Willy Hoffman, and our student for the night is Aruthi Nyamindete. Please take the floor.
Hallo Ruth.
hello, Herr Hoffman. You know, I'm used to calling him Willy, so hello, Herr Hoffman.
Hallo Ruth, wie geht es dir?
Mir geht es gut. Und Ihnen?
Mir geht es auch gut.
Das ist schön. Das freut mich.
Wo bist du?
Ich befinde mich jetzt momentan in Deutschland. Ich wohne in einer Stadt, die Nuremberg heißt. Ich wohne in Deutschland. Und wo bist du jetzt?
Ich bin in Kenia. Ich wohne in Kitengela.
Ah, Kitengela. Die Kitengela-Stadt kenne ich schon.
Ich freue mich, hier zu sein, und ich freue mich, dass du in Deutschland wohlauf bist.
Ich freue mich auch, dass ich in Deutschland bin. Ich genieße das Wetter. Ich genieße Frühling. Ich genieße die warmen Temperaturen, die schöne Blüte und alles, was Deutschland jetzt momentan anbietet.
Mwalimu, I am flowing. Nimesikia niko Kitengela. Nani amesikia jina ingine hapa? Let me see by show of hands. Ladies and gentlemen, who has heard anything in this conversation? I just want to find out. Come on, guys. You can do better than this. Let me see. Maybe these guys of TikTok are sleeping. They were just admiring the Mr. White. They were there admiring Mr. White. Let me find out from you guys on TikTok. Grace says, what if they have very tight schedule and I'm off once a week? Can I still learn? Those are questions we will be answering, because I love for Mwalimu to do that. We are going to that in a few. What are the best? I think that one was answered earlier on, but let me cross over and find out. You guys of TikTok, the guy lives in Kitengela. Lizzie, I'm honored. Mwalimu, you know, I have bad students online. Some of these students are looking for Ausbildung. What do you call it? Us be what?
Genau, Ausbildung.
Ausbildung. Okay, they are looking for Ausbildung. Like look at a newer. So before we do Ausbildung, we have been able to have a Ausbildung. Lizzie is looking for Ausbildung with Mr. White. Mr. White is not you. Mr. White is just someone else. Okay, so he's asking about visa. I think you don't do visa. You do education matters, right? We do only education here.
We do education.
We will talk to you about visa later when we open another agency. So I want to talk to you about your flexibility in terms of what gives you an edge over the rest. What is it about your institution that stands out in terms of flexibility, or what we will call as the learning schedule?
So what we do, our classes are in present and online, and it's also possible to do it at the same time. So a student who say he can be in present 2 or 3 times a week and 2 times a week online, then he can do this. We have the settings, we have the equipment. Okay, sometimes the microphone is not playing with, but usually it's possible to make a mixed form of teaching, and we have well-trained teacher who can do these classes. For example, in our A1 class, there's a big part in present and a few people following online and coming once a week to our class. So the big benefit is you can have the benefit of a present class with all the speaking parts, and also the opportunity to follow online at home. So to mix the whole thing.
One of the biggest challenge when it comes to online and offline studying, it's always about the costing. And I know probably you do not deal with the school fees or the fees that is entailed, but how do you think you make your the affordability aspect, or you don't compromise on quality and the pricing? What exactly works for your students that maybe will not work for other people in terms of the pricing and the package that you provide?
Yes, of the package, of course, our biggest goal is to sell a big quality. That's our main focus. All our teachers have an academic background. I'm a teacher by profession by myself, and also a German teacher by profession by myself. But of course, we also know about that we have to balance all the expenses. And but when we compare our school to other schools, professional schools, then we are all managing to be in the middle field there to provide a big quality and also an affordable price.
Right. So quality aspect is always a question, Aruthi, and I'm just coming to you as I wait for Mwalimu to reload his. So as a teacher, you need to also drink water, otherwise you can faint. It's too hot. So there's always the aspect of the document you are giving as certificate. So is your institution allowed to give certification, or what exactly do you provide the student with, Aruthi?
So at the moment, we provide our students with quality skills, German skills. We are not allowed to do them very many exams, not yet. So that is our very, very big goal that we are working towards. At the moment, the students who learn with us or study with us, they do their certificates courses either at Goethe Institute, or they do this one called ESD. So those are the only ones in the market. The ESD is somehow new in the market, but we are working towards providing exams too. So we hope that we shall manage through this bureaucracy, because it is a journey we have to go through. It takes some little time, and I hope our students will be patient with us, and hoping that we shall manage that as soon as possible.
So, Umesema, you are the CBE of German.
Yes.
Okay. It's always good to ask these questions, because sometimes people get confused in between as they try to understand what they stand to gain or they benefit by joining your institution. You talk about the aspect of having a mother tongue speaking, or should we say an indigenous speaker of the German language. But we do know there's always the issue of ama alisomea hapa River Road. Umesema they are professionally trained. So that one is a tick. I'm happy. Now you go ahead and you talk about, we are not offering the exams per se, but we are preparing you as a student. Why should I not go to Goethe, for example? Because they are offering, and I know it's quite, I don't know if nina slide mlango mbaya, but why would I not go there? What is different about you? Because I really want to see the X factor about your institution.
So one big difference we have in our school is that our teacher is a native speaker. So if you go to the other schools, you'll find teachers, yes, but most of these teachers, I'd say they have done the language to a particular level, and because of lack of teachers in Kenya, these schools are forced to take the students to teach the other students. So that is one big advantage we have in our school, that we have professional German teachers from German universities. That is one of it. The second thing is we are affordable compared to the others. The prices are exploding out there, and we still are affordable. So I urge our students to take the advantage. And something else is that we have also small groups. We don't do congestion. We let our students have not only the theory part but also the practical part, and we create small learning groups, which helps the students, for example, with speaking practice and things like that. And they also have an easy access to the teacher. The teacher is also having small groups where he can listen to, instead of that, the fact that the teacher stands in front of the class, just talks and goes away at the end of the lessons. Yeah. So these are the advantages that we have with us. Exactly. And something else, for the students who come from far away, we help them get accommodation within Kitengela. The students who want to do physical classes, and we have students who have come all along from Kakamega, from Roysambu and things like that, others from Uganda, and we get them accommodation. So we also interact closely to our students, because the welfare of our students matters a lot. It's not only about learning German, it's also about having a well-being.
Interesting you talk about the welfare, because it's very important, and that's one of the biggest struggles that a lot of students will undergo, trying to learn a new language and what have you. Maybe Mr. Willy or Lerar Willy, you have something to add on just what Aruthi has mentioned. What are the other competitive advantages you have as a school, except the fact that native speakers are teaching this? Okay, you know, the problem is
I think he's muted.
These things happen. No worries. Yes, go ahead, Mwalimu.
Okay. Yes, a benefit what we are doing in our school is we are very personal with the students, in contact. They are here. Our school is open on weekend for them. We tuition them together. We are, as Aruthi said, helping here them with accommodation. And also, when you start your journey with us, we already go with you together. What are your options? What is your goal? That we have now this time, what you're learning, the German language, already to prepare you on the cultural level, on a level about what are realistic options. So we're not lying to you when your KCSE is not good enough. We will tell you that this path is somehow very complicated to follow, and advise you on your way to where you do the German language, what possibilities do you have with your qualification, and what dreams are not possible. And then we are very honest with you also to say about, okay, this option is not possible, perhaps you should take another path even when we lose our students in the worst case, we are there very honest and open to our students to tell them what is realistic and what not. And I think this is what every school should do, but as I don't know what the concurrence is doing, but for us it's very important that when somebody is doing the project with us,
Yeah.
that he's doing it from the beginning to the end,
Yeah.
and all our students are our students until the not until they are just done with the language,
Yeah.
although afterwards to give them advice, to give them help,
Yeah.
to go with them after class on the homepages, what were there in German, to look about which jobs are lacking. For example, you know, in Germany, there we don't have any fashion or something like this when they want to be a tailor. The market is not there in Germany. And then we are very honored to say the market in Germany is for this job not there. So you have to either to choose another country or another language or another profession. And there we are very open, there we are very honest with our students to say what is realistic and what not.
Interesting. You talk about being realistic. Let's talk about the investment that people make in education, and specifically, we are talking about the language perspective. Many will argue, unlike English, which I can go and speak probably in many other countries, German limits me to German-speaking country. In this case, probably I look at Germany itself. Maybe Belgium, for example, they have part of it that speak German, but not so much. Maybe a little bit of Luxembourg, if you don't mind. Somewhere, just a little bit sprinkle of it. Why should I really learn this language if it's the only country I can speak it, Mwalimu?
Although there, so we have Switzerland and Austria who also speak the German language. And the good thing about the German language, for me as a German, it's not a good thing because I had to learn English, is that although the concurrence is much less. So when you see about studying in Germany for free, unlike most English-speaking countries, where you have to pay high school fees, and also the Ausbildung, so the apprenticeship system, is where you get money from day one. When you, for example, start an apprenticeship as a nurse, you get money and you don't have to provide more money. So this money you invest in the German language is way less what you would have paid now to a vocational college in United Kingdom or United States, where you have to pay now for your full education again. And in Germany, you don't have to pay for the education part. And even now, when we go to the Ausbildung, you even get money in this time. So you get your money back double. It's a good investment because then you don't have to invest now at a university or in a college, what are usually way more expensive than the language training.
Interesting. And the other part that I forgot to mention, it's finally, I think it's now 2 or 3 years, Kenya and German agreed on the aspect of multiple citizenship, rather dual citizenship, and that has been a game changer. So, assuming today I was to go work and live in German, I have studied my German language while in Kenya. Do I still need to undergo integration process? Yet you have provided me there as Hoffman training, German training school, or what exactly happens in between, if you don't mind?
So the one big part of the integration is, of course, the German language, when I got your question right. And of course, there is a big, not a big one, let's say there's a cultural gap here, what I also learned over the last month here that in Kenya things are going sometimes different than in Germany, but that's not a problem. I think you just have to be prepared on this one. And this is also something what we do with our students in our lessons about going to the intercultural differences, what is special about Germans, what is the mindset of Germans, how do you have to talk to Germans, to be prepared when you are in Germany. that you come along with, and there we also give the advices. What do you need when you arrive in Germany? Let's say, with, for example, the health insurance and things like this. So besides the language, we make a big intercultural training, and although the Sprachcafé is what we're calling it, just an open room between the students, the teachers, and the staff, with all those speaking German, just to watch perhaps a movie in German or something like this, to go away from the normal teaching in order to the intercultural part, to prepare then people to arrive in Germany, and being already, the moment you enter Frankfurt am Main, you know what to do, and you will not struggle there with our goal.
Asante sana. You know, we are talking to Teacher Willy, and Teacher Willy is here telling us that at the end of the day, it's not just about learning the language. It's being able to interact with the culture, to interact with the people, to interact with the day-to-day lives of the people you want to integrate with. But when I listen to this, one thing that stands out is the fact that you are giving yourselves a chance to really input your DNA into your students. All right? Number one, again, your competitive advantage is that you are a native speaker, professionally trained, not just for the language, but equally you are a teacher, so you are an instructor. You can be able to impact this knowledge and pass this knowledge much better than the rest. I will always think about the costing of this and what I want to do with this language skill that I'm acquiring. Assuming mine is just to have a conversation. I just met a boyfriend or a girlfriend and I need to talk to them. What is the maximum level I need to go to? Because I don't intend to work in German. What is the maximum level I should go to, and what are the cost implications? Maybe let me bring my sister Ruth on that and find out if this is something she wants to put across, because she's also part and parcel of the Hoffman team. Yes, Ruth, do I need to worry about the level that I'm going to speak as a non-speaker?
Actually, the level depends on the kind of visa you're going to get. You're
Mimi
searching
sitafuti
for.
visa.
So
Mimi,
the
I just
visa
met a
dictates.
boyfriend. I just met a boyfriend. I have a very beautiful girlfriend who is now in retirement home or starting to want to retire and come back to Kenya, and we love to spend time together. Do I need extreme level? Do I need to invest until C2? What would you be advised, and what will be the costing to me?
For the normal day-to-day life, you don't really need to invest so much in your German, or unless you want to speak perfectly. You know, it is also a preference thing. Do I want to speak broken German with this person? Do I want us to understand each other? Because communication is key, is always key, and the proficiency of language matters if you want really to communicate well. So I will give an example of a marriage visa. So if you guys met and you want to marry, for example, you said, I want to relocate to Germany, or the woman says, oh, my partner, you have to relocate to Germany. German language, you have to do until A1. So the visa you get for getting married in Germany will require you to do German level A1 only, and then you get the visa. So if you want to do Ausbildung, for example, then this is not enough, because you will have to do your exams in German, you will have to communicate in German, you will have to integrate in German, and so you need to upgrade your language level. Some of the Ausbildung is always different, actually, depending on the institution or depending on the Ausbildung itself. So, or depending on the study, we call it Studiengang, the course of you want to study.
Yeah.
So some require, for the Ausbildung, some require B1, some require B2. For the studies, some require B2, some require C level. So it's always different. So I'd urge people to check out first what exactly they want to do, what are the requirements needed, and then now you can invest in the language to that particular level.
Yeah.
And our language levels, we charge differently. For example, for the A1,
Yeah.
we charge 30,000 shillings. For A1, it takes you 2 months.
That's a whole two
I had
cows.
somebody
Those
had
are 2 cows in my county of origin. 2 cows.
actually, yeah, 2 cows, but when you come to Germany, you will provide a herd of cows, because when you
So
come
you
here and
want
you
me
want to work here, the
to
salary you
you
get
want
here
me to
will
pay a cow
definitely buy
to
you
educate another
1,000.
cow, eh?
Exactly. So, it's like just invest the 30,000 shillings, or if you want to do B2, just invest the 30,000 times several language levels, and B2 is charged differently. And you come to Germany and you get what you had invested. Just like our Malimu said earlier, one of the best countries when it comes to investment in education,
Correct.
because you pay very less or you pay nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say, I give an example. I study, and the university I study at, I pay 70 euros in a semester. It's
Kenyans,
very, 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 very cheap.
Kenyans know how to use our money more than we do. Kenyans, calculate for me how much is 70 euros for university per annum. Calculate for me. So that, they always tell you,
Very little money.
just send me 70 euros. I don't know, Mwalimu, have you ever heard this joke that Kenyans say, just send me, it is 70 euros. Talk to me about your 70 euro conversion. Do you know the conversion rate, Mwalimu?
No, I don't know it.
Hey, Mwalimu, you don't know conversion? Aruthi, can we find out from our Kenyans how much is 70 euros? Do you want us to do that exam?
That is actually less than 10,000
wewe
shillings.
unawafanyia hesabu kwa nini? Those people know.
Okay,
Those people know.
sorry.
All right. Anyway, kidding. On a serious note, though, and again, we are almost coming to the end of this talk, but there's still so much to unpack, especially when it comes to the aspect of the costing and the added advantage you receive being a student at Hoffman German Language Training Institute, which is now alive and kicking all the way in Kitengela. Nimeambiwa ni watu wa Kajiado, and I'm told you just have to invest. I like the word you're using, which is invest, because a lot of people think you're just spending money, but you are investing. There's a return on investment. Na zingine huwa zinachomeka. Tuambiane ukweli. Unaweza ekelea wapi multibet when it comes to this language? Aruthi, tell me. And I'm trying to push Mwalimu out of this talk because sitaki asikie hiyo siri yetu. Multibet iko wapi kwa hii kitu ya German language? Aruthi.
Do you mean the language itself or the opportunities?
Wacha mambo masomo. Some of us don't want education. We are aiming higher. We are aiming higher.
I know there are those who says, there are those, tukiwa nyumbani, we are told, muzungu, when you land a muzungu, it's a multi-bet.
Like it.
But
Unaona stamp. Unaiona?
the visa, if you land a muzungu, then
is there a multi-bet in this thing?
Yeah. So I encourage people, no matter how you land in Germany, opportunities are there. So
no matter how you land in Germany, start with Hoffman before you land.
Start with Hoffman,
yes.
language, Hoffman German Language Training Institute. Kuja usome Kijerumani kwanza, so that when you come to Germany, you will have to understand the law, for example, or Germans. The culture is different. For example, when the bus says it's leaving at a particular hour or minute, it's particular hour and minute. And for you to understand this thing, you won't find yourself running after the bus, because the bus won't stop for you. So it is important just to understand the basics. And if you want to study or do your house building, it's important to understand, to be competitive in the market too. And competitive in the market means having that language intact, so that you can sign those contracts, and those contracts you will sign at these job opportunities. Those are the dollars and euros, actually.
Clearly we are
invest on your
opening the global doors. But I want to involve Mwalimu in all this talk. because at the end of the day he'll be the one talking with chalk. Wewe unaongea tu kama mtu atakuwa na receive pesa. The way at which you are marketing this thing is like you are the recipient of the money and Mwalimu will be doing the hard work. Let me talk to Mwalimu for a second. So Mwalimu, I'm here and one of the things I'm learning from all this talk is the fact that at the end of the day there's the time aspect that comes into it. Why are you people rude with us? Why can't you allow us to be 5 minutes late? What is wrong?
Yes, the only thing what is late in Germany are the trains, but they are late always. No, Germans are also late, but I think on other terms. With it about when I come too late to my job, I get fired in Germany. This is why I'm not too late. It's not that I'm not. I would also like to be too late, but it's very difficult. And I think that also it's not the mindset of the German that they are more punctual. I think the society who force you to be more strict with time. And this is something I like here in Kenya, that everything is a little bit more, let's come 5 minutes later, it's not a problem, it makes stuff easier, it's less stressful. And this is what I really like here in Kenya, that here the stress level is much lower because you're not stressed. I have to run to get the bus. I know when I go to the main road and I just say hi, a matatu will stop for me. And this is something what is nice. This is something what I miss in Germany, that Germany is too punctual. And I think there Germany can be a little bit more like Kenya and not other way around.
Oh, umesema, when it comes to trains, I can tell you for free. The amount of trains German have decided to make me wait. And they tell you, it will come. Because our train has left the station. And probably we have some students who would like to register with you, Mwalimu. Do you already have ongoing classes, or do you say we can wait until the next intake? What is your current situation? Are you allowing newcomers like us to come through?
Yes, so we have ongoing classes, of course, right now, but we have the next intakes next week on Monday, on 4th of May. The morning classes are starting then again, and then always 1 month later, the evening classes that we always have every month, one morning class, 1 month later, the evening class. And when somebody is 1 or 2 days too late, he's still welcome to our class. And when it's then after 1 week, we will advise him to wait the next 3 weeks to join the next class. But there we are very flexible, and we also had already students who started in the evening class and just said, somehow the morning class is better, and then they can also change the classes there. So there we are flexible, and I hope some people will come. The consultation is for free. To visit our school is for free. To just look around, how are this guy doing it? To look about which books. We have a lot of books here. How is the study room? How is the team there? And then to make the decision on their own. And also what I really think about, we have nothing to hide here. Everybody is welcome to just take a look. And when just somebody comes to get a tea for free, okay, now I promise.
You have brought your German culture into Kenya with hunger. You provide tea and KDF or just tea?
Yes, right now we have just tea and coffee. We don't have food in our school, so right now who comes just have to be happy with the tea.
Bana, we survive on food, Bana. Please add ugali on that list. I will come.
Yes, but behind our school is where I get my lunch. Is a nice guy who sells kachumbari with chapo.
Yeah.
And this is where I get my lunch. So we have very good and cheap food opportunities around our school.
Huyu ni mwitu. So I was saying we are moving well. We are moving well. That's what I said. Huyu mwitu. Huyu si mzungu wa ukweli, ni mwitu. So yeah, like we are moving well, all right? Sema mimi ni mwitu.
Me too.
Hey, you too, you too. So you too. I'm looking at the questions that are coming here by Kavami Musik. And guys, if I mispronounce your names, kindly pardon me. It cannot be personal, right? But Kavami, let me get the first part. Do your students get any help after class, like extra interaction with teachers after class, or weekends for people who want to learn on their own weekend? That's maybe a good question. I will have. I mean, I believe you touched on it, but maybe for clarification, how are the interactions happening? And number two, I thought somebody was asking, how long do they need to master this language? Because people want to go to Germany very fast. Mwalimu.
Yes, to the first question, our classes go from Monday to Friday, but we are open on Saturday. And on Saturday, we use this time now to go through the course book. I'm very often there, all the other teachers are there. And then we make a tuitioning and all the talking on the weekend. And usually out at the class, the lesson time, between the morning class and the evening classes, at least one of us is always here to tuition then, mostly then even one-to-one with the student. So we the only day where we take a rest is a Sunday, but on the rest of the day we are open the whole day, and every student can stay here outside of the regular class time. And then when somebody has a question in the afternoon, was right now today was some student, because tomorrow are the A1 exams, was one student here, and we went through with him together for 3 hours extra on a weekend. Although, yes, let's say now, because now the exam is closed, the students are coming now on weekends too, and then they get a tuitioning too. And to the second question, to master the language, to really go to the big field of studying everything, or most of the things, and working now as a professional, it needs 9 months to go from A1 to the end of B2 level, and then to work, for example, as a nurse or as to start the academic, a bachelor program there. There's the B2. Some jobs like a teacher or a doctor is where now need a higher level of German, and then the C1 course is then that's very difficult already to say a specific time, but all of this goes up to 6 months again to come now from the B level to the C level. But usually the B2 is enough, and this takes 9 months. And for some jobs, what I mentioned the plumber, what we have there, for some jobs is the B1 also enough, mostly for the more technical jobs like some electrician, butchers, bakers, plumbers. There's a B1 level, very often enough, and there we go for 6 months until you are ready to go.
Asante sana mwalimu. And I think some of you who have been wondering what to do and how to do it, you need at least 9 months. So instead of wasting your time moving around, just dancing throughout the night and waiting for 9 months later so that you can tell us, guys, it was the love I had for him. When I have language love, start loving things that will add value in your life. Stop. Mwalimu, I want us to come to a conclusion of this talk, not because we've covered everything we wanted to, but because we must, and time is not really on our side. Let's find out. On Monday, you begin a new cohort, if I call it that.
Yeah.
Do you have any special package, or it's full fees? Because I would love to find out if someone wants to come to Germany, maybe I can give them, let's say I will give them 5,000, they add the other one. Mimi kama uncle. I'm an uncle. Just one person, only a serious student. Are you going to give a cut in it, or should I just take care of the 5,000 wajipange?
So, did I got you right? You will pay 5,000 for students as support?
The first one that will book and commit to pay, and if you tell me they have paid 25,000, I'll add the 5,000. The first one.
Yeah, then we add 5,000 there too.
You add 5,000. So it's 10,000. So the first student that is going to register, commit. We are not playing games. We are paying mimi kama anko. And you must finish the school. Don't drop out because you wanted a visa.
No, we're there. The first student now who comes gets an offer of 5,000 paid by the school.
And 5,000 by uncle. So that's 10,000. Get your 20K right now and register. How are they going to register? Let's start with there, but I want to bring Aruthi to tell us these things because she's the one who is receiving money. I know her. She's the money bag. Yeah, money bag. Do your honors.
So if you want to register with us, you're much welcomed. We'll be very glad to have you at our school. Call us on 0716-910-365. For those who are out of the country, Kenya, and they would like some approach us that they want exam preparation or they also want online classes, WhatsApp us or call us on +254-716-910-365. And if you want to see everything that Hoffman German Language Training Institute is doing before you come to our classes or before you call us, please check out our website, www.german-language.online. Yeah, there you will see all the German language levels, the courses we offer, the prices, the duration, and many other much more information. Yes, so you can reach us on 0716-910-365, or the best thing is you come to our school. We are situated at in Kitengela at Safari House on the second floor. We will be waiting for you, just like Mwalimu said, you get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. And if you want more, we go get you chapati kachumbari. Karibuni sana.
Asante sana. That is Aruthi, and says if you want kachumbari and chapati, we will get it for you, but you'll have to pay. Please don't get the room wrong. Some of you will come here mnakuja na njaa yenyu ati because we gave you 5,000 now you want to bring us all the problems, or at my village ng'ombe yetu imemeza wembe. Mwalimu, do you know ng'ombe zinameza wembe huko Kenya? Do you know that? Repeat after me.
No.
Ng'ombe inameza wembe. Sema ng'ombe inameza wembe.
Ng'ombe inameza wembe.
Inameza wembe.
Inameza wembe.
Sasa when a student comes and tell you, mwalimu, ng'ombe imemeza wembe, you have to give them 5,000. All right. So again, I want us to do one thing. As you leave this room, what are the most important things you want to tell your students? Any 4 important advice you have for your new students? And the first one, when yanakuja, again, we repeat, Anchor will give you 5,000 on your 30K that you require. The other 5,000, the school has committed, that is Hoffman German Language Training Institute has committed through this program that they will pay for you. So now you get the 20K and make sure you sign up. But please attend the class until you finish. Mwalimu, what do you want to tell this student who wants to come to Hoffman German Training Institute?
Yes, I want to tell to all young people in Kenya about, I really believe about that a good education can create a strong and a better future. And I really think learning German is one of the options what is there. And we will come here, we can help you and advise you if German is the right path for you. As I said about, German is a good way of education, but there are other ways too. And I want you to come to us that we can talk about which option will open for you with the German language, and there we will walk the full journey with you the moment you start until you find a job there. We are not just teaching you the German language, but also helping you to find jobs in Germany and start a journey in Germany. And I really think about it's a good opportunity for everybody who is open to this language and think about let's go to Germany or Switzerland or Austria or parts of Belgium or parts of Luxembourg. So all those other countries, the options there. And although for people who say, I want to stay in Kenya, although there was a German language, a lot of opportunities are in Kenya in different branches.
Interesting. And now in case you want to pursue, they will also guide you on some of the do's or don't do's, because they don't just want to take your money. They want to teach you the languages. But when you tell them, I want to become a doctor, they'll ask you, unless you add which in front of it as a prefix. Please don't go. Anyway, that is Mwalimu Willy Hoffman, and Mwalimu Willy Hoffman is also part of the co-founding partners of Hoffman German Language Training Institute, telling us the A's and the B's and the C's of how to get into that level. Because someone here was telling me, oh, Mwalimu, you know, I have a problem. I have a thick tongue. How do you tell me 9 months are enough for me? Do you believe there's somebody who can't learn a language in 9 months, Mwalimu? Now, how do you help such a student?
No, I think everybody can do it. Of course, then it's up to you. Besides of the school classes, some of course are more blessed with learning a language. Some people are not though blessed with this ability. But also then, when you sit down beside of the school, we're there. We're giving you tips, for example, when we had students about the problems with writing in general, and then we sit down and say, well, okay, let's go through it. Let's look about how can we solve this problem, and then it's also possible with some extra effort and with some extra advice. The second part is something we can take. The extra effort is something what then, of course, a student has to take. But we are there and going this path together with somebody, and nobody can tell me that he's not able to learn another language. I think that's possible. And me, I will learn Swahili. So I think that we can learn together.
And please don't just learn Swahili. Because, Mwalimu, when I meet you next, and you still are dancing with the two left legs, you know you people dance with two left legs.
Me not anymore. Me not anymore.
You know, not anymore. Do you know how to do like this? Do you know how to do like this, Mwalimu?
I have a Kenyan family, Kenyan wife, and
you've just broken people's heart, Mwalimu. We were looking for market for sales, but it's all right. Stocks have fallen. Stocks have fallen, guys. It is hard. It is hard. Let's find out what Aruthi will want to tell us as her parting shot. So the two of you will have a moment each to finally convince our students why they need to come to Hoffman German Training School. But I will start with the lady. Under a minute, please. Let's go with you, Aruthi, if you don't mind. The mic is yours. Okay, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. I would like to encourage people, please learn this language. Don't get scared. Take the advantage. Invest in it. It's not just about the language. It's about unlocking opportunities and building a global future. There are a lot of opportunities out there that require the German skills. It's not only in Germany that you can use this German language. That's just like Mwalimu said, there are a lot of other countries, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, and also in Africa, we have Namibia. And despite that, Germany has very big companies, for example, BMW, Volkswagen, Mercedes, Bayer, which they have their branches all over the world, situated all over the world. And sometimes getting these opportunities, you need the German skills so that you can communicate to the German counterparts or partners. Yeah. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of the fact that Germany is having shortage of labor right now and needs immigrants to come into Germany, and take advantage of the laws that have been eased to make the immigration easier. For example, they have eased, for example, German citizenship, dual citizenship. Take advantage of these things and learn German today. Come visit us and we shall help you. Just like Mr. Hoffman said, we'll take you through the whole journey. It's not about the language, like I said. It's also about your well-being, like we mentioned before. It's about what fits you, what doesn't fit you. Maybe you don't have so much knowledge regarding Germany. We equip you with the knowledge, the do's and don'ts, and to find your career path. And we hold your hand until you reach into this country. So take advantage today. Join us at Hoffman German Language Training Institute. Thank you.
Aya, mwalimu, sasa wewe pia utuambie yako. Unajua mwalimu asiponi convince, I will not go to that school because I will be the first dropout. Mwalimu.
I just understood half of what you were saying, but no. As I said, the school is open for everyone to visit. And I really think everybody should, when he's not sure, just come. We can talk about the pros and contra, about what is possible, what is not possible. We will chase nobody away here. And as I said, what my big goal is to be transparent and fair as possible to say before we are bringing you in class and charging you. We will go with you together. What options are there? What is your dream? And can we together fulfill your dream to make it real? And although when it's not possible, a lot of people come here to discuss, and then we found even ways where you think about now we found a way for you without the German language, but there we always say just come, take a look, and when we agree together, then we can go a nice journey together inside the school, inside the German classes, with a really full professional teams, and then we will work with you together. We will walk a path together. And me, I'm always happy when I can welcome a new person in the German Kenya community, and I'm very happy that I'm also now part of this German Kenyan community. And this is why I can just tell everybody it's a really good community. Also, the Kenyan diaspora in Germany. It's about they're very welcoming to new arrivals in Germany, and make sure that you're not alone when you arrive there. There are so many Kenyans already there, and there's really a great community of Kenyans already there. And I'm always hopes that welcome then to bring new people there to Germany to work there and be part of this community. Yes.
Thank you very much. That is Mwalimu Willy, and Mwalimu Willy tells you, ready to welcome the new Kenyan into the Kenyan community, Kenyan German community. But Mwalimu, if you are not going to tell me any Kenyan song that you know, tutakosana sahi. What Kenyan song do you know? Mwalimu, you cannot think about that question.
Now I'm struck with the name, but Diamond is from Tanzania.
Don't try that joke here, Mwalimu. We will revoke your visa. You know I'm.
Boso is what is the name of the song? You know that guy where sitting in the bathtub and gets the back scrubbed.
Hey, that guy is from Kenya. Aya, Mwalimu, I will help you.
Also from Tanzania.
Mwalimu, I'll help you, okay? Mwalimu, I will help you. Say, repeat after me.
Kuna.
Eh?
Akuna kuna. Akuna kuna.
Wewe unakunwa kunwa? Mwalimu rudia. My eyes.
I think
you know that one?
My eyes. My lips. Okay.
Mwalimu, you have been taught manners of Nairobi. Mwalimu, you've been taught manners of Nairobi. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a great conversation right here. And you know, this is how we learn. We learn with fun, all right? Learning should never be all about gloomy faces, very ugly teachers who are walking with their shoulders like, look at that teacher. His hair is still black. You were used to gray hair. This one, bwana, najapaka makeup. Imagine with zero makeup. So you know when to go. And again, for the benefit of those of you who just tuned in, I would love for Aruthi to repeat the contact details in order for our students in waiting to come on board and subscribe. Now, go ahead, Aruthi.
Okay, thank you very much. So for the students who want to join us, kindly reach us on this telephone number. You can call us or SMS us on +254 716 910 365. Or you can check our website www.german-language.online. And if you already want to send your deposit, let me read out our pay bill number. So it's a KCB pay bill number is 522533. And account number is 8070210. So if you want to secure a space for you, because the spaces are also limited for the May intake for the classes which are beginning on the 4th of May, you can deposit your money on paybill 522533, and account number is 8070210. The name is Hoffman German Language Training Institute. Thank you.
All right, and that, of course, brings us to the end of this talk. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we will take another opportunity to find out if you took the advantage to go and get registered as a student. With me, we had, of course, the co-founders of the Hoffman German Language Training Institute, which is located in Kitengela, Kajiado County in Kenya. Wanasema Kenya. Mwalimu amesema yeye atawakona na kizungu ya Kijerumani. I know you don't get what I'm saying, but you'll get it anyway. And that, of course, is Mr. or Lehrer Willy Hoffman himself. And of course, to his right on the other side is our guest and also co-founder Aruthi Nyamindete. Ameniambia, uncle, next time I come here, I will show you people what my mother did not show me, how to sing. She's actually a songbird. But for tonight, she will be doing what she has to do to tell us good night. And gentlemen, ladies, thank you for tuning and coming through. I'm looking forward to the next one. So this is the time the two of you will say goodbye in your German language because it's not mine. Sasa mimi nitawaruhusu nyinyi Wajerumani mujiongeleshe, mtuambie kwaheri na mtuambie good night katika hiyo lugha yenu. Haya basi, jiongelesheni.
Okay, auf Wiedersehen und bis bald.
Danke, dass ich hier sein durfte. Das hat mich gefreut. Ich freue mich auf euch. Komm in unsere Schule. Tschüss.
Tschüss and tutonana baadaye.
Ciao.
Sema pale tutaonana baadaye. That was, of course, a very, very interesting conversation. For those of you who missed out. Nini naendelea huku bwana? Msiongee sana. Watu wanaongea sana. Umenotice watu wanaongea sana huko nyuma. They're trying to give me feedback and I've told them mumeshindwa katika jina la Baba. So we did have the Hoffman German Language Training Institute, which is in Kajiado, Kenya, of course in Kitengela, speaking to us about this new project that is happening in the social room, and that is about learning your language from A1 to C2. If you haven't, or if you have an idea of coming or traveling to Germany, or even finding yourself in those corridors that will give you power, because most of you want power, you know what to do. Get in touch with them. We'll be also giving a link to this conversation and, of course, a number to connect you with the school on the link that is, of course, on YouTube. And for those of you who have been watching us on YouTube, asanteni sana. You guys have been amazing. I'm sorry if I didn't read all your comments, but guess what? Our conversations continue. You can find us at @KOTFM_KE on all our social media pages. Find me Likiani_Eli on my socials. And of course, pale ndani ya TikTok ni ankoni ule mmoja wa majuu. And that's why I'll be offering you 5K as the first student if you're going to commit your 20K. Na kama ucommit, this offer is only valid for the first week, first student of the month of May. So wewe changamka. Ukikosa, makosa si yangu. Jilaumu mwenyewe. Mwalimu alisema napenda kukunwa, lakini kabla tumkune kule, wacha tukule bonge la ngoma hapa, and we cannot play this music on your UT. So head on to www.kotfm.co.ke. Continue listening in. For now, it is one eleme and bien. Aya. Kula kitu mzito jamani.